Welcome everyone to your wealth reading for 2025. I'm going to focus in here and connect with your Virgo's energy. Last month we were talking about you achieving some balance. This month we're going to do cards for your reading, and then I'm going to draw one card for each of the archangels here that focus in on finances, wealth, abundance, prosperity, and connected topics in those areas. So I do timestamp below if you want to skip ahead to your messages. Otherwise, let's see what the archangels want to share with all of you this month. What are the messages, guidance, support? Let's see here. Achieving balance. Last month. Same topic, different topic for this month. I guess we'll see here. I am going to fuss just a tad. Just want to make sure the cards are in the view. Alright, so let's get your cards for the month. It'll be interesting to see kind of what pattern or impression I get with your cards, each sign this month. For whatever reason, these cards have been initially giving me some kind of message, just in the way they have been coming out together and the way they want me to place them. And I will make sure everything's on camera for you. Okay. I guess we could bring them down because we don't need room for more cards, it doesn't look like. Or I guess we'll make room for that. These two cards here that were together. So I guess we're a bit spread out. I just want to make sure these two cards remain associated. So let's see, what am I feeling here? For whatever reason, so I am going to slide the card over, camera over, I should say, so don't worry there. For a reason, this is the first time I'm noticing, I don't know if the camera will pick it up yet. See, there's like this line or crease here that seems to be on the top of this card, and they're drawing me to it for some reason. I don't know if you went off your fate line, because I'm a palm reader as well, so I don't know if you went off your path a little bit, but look at you kind of rejoining it, right? The gap is closing, or maybe that's the message here for your finances. The gap is closing. So it rejoins the card right here. So it's not, it's before the end. So if you're envisioning like some kind of tragic end here in your financial story, your wealth story, some kind of, oh my God, I'm going to fall off the end of the world here, I'm going to lose everything kind of feeling, you don't, because the gap is closed well before you get there. Interesting that they're pulling me to this line here. And then the other impression they're giving me is, for some reason, I'm reading this like a keyboard, like the white and black keys. Like these would be white keys with the kind of black over top. I do know in a keyboard, in a piano keys or in the keyboard, there is a section where like two keys, they kind of fall back to back with a black key on either side. I think there's one place in the scale where there's two white ones back to back like this. So piano, playing your own music, playing your own, you write your own composition, right? Playing your own tune, living to the sound of your own tune, right? The beat of your own drum. But this is piano, not drum. So for what it's worth, kind of in the intro here, this closing of the gap before this big traumatic event that I feel like you think is happening, the end of the world here, right? If the world was flat, you would fall off of it. But the gap closes well before then. You know, you stop yourself before you fall over the edge of the waterfall, right? Catch yourself. And then the piano analogy here, the piano keys. I'm just going to make a note here, I think, of piano, because the last group I read, pyramids came up from the angels. So I wonder if there's some kind of spiritual significance of a piano for you, Virgos. So we'll look into that. Okay, I'm going to take a timestamp for everyone who joins us at the messages. So they miss sort of 6 minutes of impressions, but we'll see if it comes up again. Okay. Archangels. I'm going to start with Archangel Messages for you all. And this is just kind of looks overall anything to do with wealth, abundance, prosperity. Just kind of like an overseer. In the world of professionalism, this would be like the CEO, right? Or the executive team member who kind of oversees a department. So he's kind of overseeing wealth, abundance, prosperity, joy, happiness. What's the message? Archangel Messages. I feel like in terms of your wealth and your finances here, I feel like you're in some kind of emotional journey. In the initial impressions I was getting, I was seeing piano keys over here as your layout, so music. So she's kind of traveling along at her own kind of tune, right? You could probably hear her or envision her kind of humming or singing as she's pushing her way forward here. I'm also getting, for whatever reason, an Italian kind of Venice feel, even though she's out here in the marsh, wealthy marsh here. I don't know if it's the robe and the way that she's using the pole to navigate, to push herself forward in kind of the shallow waters here. I'm just trying to see why they're giving me this Venice feel, Italian feel here. So I recently did watch a documentary on like how Venice was built and how the wooden pillars, and I'm bringing this up because they're drawing me down here, the part of the wooden pole that's under the water. Back in historical times, humankind realized that the poles at a certain depth for a certain length of time, the water actually solidified them, almost made them cement-like. So actually strong pillars, even though they're sinking in the soft soil, they're actually very strong pillars. And I think that's the message here is, because of so much emotion here, the reminder from Satial is you actually have a strong foundation. So again, this line here, this fear of the end of the world, but you have a solid foundation. You have a strong foundation for where you're going. So maybe all this emotion is just anxiety. Anxiety related to kind of not knowing what's out there. I think come down to Gabriel, or I mean sort of out there as in like what's next, right? What's around the corner for you? As it relates to wealth, career, whatever it is. Archangel Gabriel is about communications as it relates to your wealth story. So you're carrying a lot with you, a lot in your boat, a lot on your back. I don't think you achieved the balance last month. You were asked to achieve some balance, and here I have a family of stags here. So this could be your family, could be coworkers, could be friends. Have people been asking you, like, or saying to you, I think you're taking on too much, or Can I help you? I can do, like, are people volunteering around you? I can do that. I can take that on. You don't have to do that yourself. And you're not communicating with them, right? Archangel Gabriel, communications. So there's a energy here, sharing the burden, sharing the work, delegating, learning to delegate, communicating that out, right? It's okay to get the help, to get the collaboration, get the support. But I feel like there's already people looking at you and observing you going, why are they doing all that by themselves? Or why are they doing all that now? Archangel Jophiel. So let's see, a new perspective, getting a fresh perspective on the circumstances, situation here. They're drawing me down here to the two little figures here. I'm kind of reading them like fairies, to be honest. And they look like they're kind of dancing here in the flames. Could be like fire fairies, right? I'm just leaning into the fairies for a bit here, because fairies are mischievous for me. You know, playing games. And there's two of them here. So I don't know if you feel like you can't ask for help because you've been like burned before, right? You thought you were being supported, but you weren't, so it kind of changed who you are now, right? Kind of the eyes covered here. It's like, you fooled me before, you're not going to fool me again, but you want to see this in a positive point of view. Like, don't see it as, you know, they hurt you. These at least two circumstances or situations, experiences, people that you went through, they made you stronger, right? That's the perspective here. You're stronger. Your intuition is also fortified, so your ability to see clearly, your ability to manifest and kind of create your vision, be able to create your be able to see that. Maybe that's where I'm trying to go here. Be able to see your plan, your destination, and the route to get there, right? You got your map here, and these two down here aren't bothering you, right? These past experiences, these past moments where they hit you enough to be profound, traumatic, hurtful, right? Because they are on fire here. Thinking back would make you frustrated or angry, right? It will trigger that emotion center. But again, you're a stronger person. You know, you've got the willpower, you got the tools. You have the ability to create now. You're in control. These fairies aren't in control. You are. Excuse me. Archangel Uriel. So, sticking with the point of view, they're bringing me over to the bigger picture here. And it's somewhat the same in terms of the magic. Here you are, the master of your universe. Your right time, right place, right? The alignment here. You're working to bring everything together as your wheel of fortune here rotates. And the fire has changed to the sun. So instead of a, excuse me again. Don't know why I'm getting choked up here. These past experiences that were not good for you, did not leave you in a good place, that maybe make you feel like you need to do everything on your own, or it's better if you go it on your own, right? Two cards here of independence. But this energy has now changed to the sun energy. So creator energy versus the emotional energy, creator energy. And then Archangel Ariel, relates to the flow of finances, revenue coming in, revenue going out, sources of income. We have a pretty significant change here that brings about peace. And you have the magical unicorn again. So 3 cards in a row about you controlling your destiny, you controlling your fate, but getting support through it. You've already laid a strong foundation. It's going to bring about, here's that balance from, I was going to point out my notebook, which isn't on camera for you guys. Achieving balance in July. Here we are in August. Here's your balance, and here's you achieving it. So again, second message, month, back-to-back months. This time coming from Ariel in terms of you achieving, right? Because this is a champion banner flag and a big change. So you achieving better balance in wealth and your feelings around wealth. Blue emotions, purple intuition, all coming together. So head and heart, matters of the mind, matters of the heart. You're finally achieving some nice solid balance there. Okay, so let's go pop over here to your cards now and see what messages are in here for you. Just trying to tune in and see which piano keys, I guess, I'm starting with here. I'm going to start with those 2, I think. 2 piano keys here. So why are these 2 together? So, okay. So like, I feel like it's maybe like this way. Because both the moon and the lighthouse are shining down this path, right? They're parting the path here for you, lighting the way. Your intuition, your guardian angel, your loved ones. So intuition with the purple hues, your guardian angel lighting the way, moon, and your loved ones. You're at a standstill, maybe getting a bit distracted here again with emotions. Looking back, reflecting back at these experiences. Why? You've already moved on past that. Head down this path here that you've opened up for yourself, right? The change, the balance, the equilibrium. This could even be read as 2 beautiful balance scales, right? Look at all the wealth on both sides, abundance, happiness, and you're not that far from it. You just need to wade a little further forward, right? The waters are calm. The lighthouse is lit and waiting. So peace and calmness again. You're heading towards balance, peace and calmness. I guess finances, maybe money right now has you tense, maybe. Again, sort of in that anxiety space, nerves. Maybe you have a big expense coming up or something you want to do, so you're nervous about that. Okay. Yeah, look, it doesn't serve you, right, to hang out in this space. Look at you. Anytime you talk about it, think about it, you just spew flame, spew hatred about these past experiences. Look at your guardian angel just kind of supporting you through as you work through the emotions, right? You're getting closer and closer to your beautiful gold field here of abundance, right? You're right on the edge. You're on the edge here coming in. You're on your horse coming in. You just got to release all these burdens. Maybe this is all grudges, vengeance, right? All this emotion. So nothing tangible, just tangible to you. And your angel's sitting here waiting for you. Again, waiting for you to come down. Move forward. So emotional space, desire for payback, righteousness, right? That's what's holding you here. That's what's delaying you here. Okay. So this is a focus in on you, right? Concern yourself less with others. Just focus in on you. Reignite your energy, your passion, your abundance, with all the beautiful kind of garden here that's growing and wrapping around you. The candle, similar to my campfire charm, is all about focus. Focus in here. Focusing in on white, peace. Peace and harmony, I guess. Right. Maybe that's why it's a piano key, harmony, right? Music, harmonies. You need to return to your beautiful harmony. These clusters of, I guess, cosmic kind of shooting stars, for me, these are like wishes and dreams, things coming in for you. But on this card, in this reading, I'm seeing them the opposite way. It almost feels like I'm watching a bunch of like rocket ships here all kind of take off and blast off. I don't know if you're starting more to wish upon a star, to manifest using affirmation, but you're sending up to the heavens here a lot of wishful thinking, a lot of dreams, a lot of visions that relate to this kind of grander wealth story that you have for you. You're kind of painting and filling in this big landscape. You're pushing all these mountains out of your way. You're shoving that one away and you're shoving this one away. We saw it here. Sort of this balance again, right? You're clearing your path. So keep positive thinking, not this negative space. And you are sending it up to the heavens here. So I wonder, and it's directed towards the archangels, right? All these rockets heading towards these guys, these helpers. Maybe it's just ask for assistance. Maybe you don't actually see the assistance here. These are all people or companies or offers, proposals, opportunities that are going to be coming in for you. You've sent out the requests. Yeah, look at this fresh start. Again, look at the uprights here, the choice. Making a choice to follow your path. Focus on you. Throwing out all your dream visions. Making a choice to go through the uprights here. Making a choice to go forward. Where are you going to land ashore? So you got to close the book on this phase and head on towards your lighthouse here. Go gather all these opportunities, all these wishes that are going to turn around and rain back down on you. Maybe that's why I was getting the rocket analogy, because they're going to go up and come back down to you, right? Go up to the archangels, go up to your guardian angels, to your loved ones, and come back down to you. Rain upon you as part of your cosmic design here, aligning everything. So, ending, don't look back, right? Don't look back. Don't look back. You're right on the edge of the new start. You're on the edge of the new start. Don't look back, right? You're stronger, braver, more clarity, more power. So sit in that and continue forward here. Play your entrance song, right? Athletes and countries, right, at the Olympics. We all come in with our anthem playing. So what's your personal anthem? Put it on your playlist. Play it every morning. Get yourself ignited. Get yourself fueled, energized to go, because you're creating right now. So positive thinking, positive manifestation, right? The sun, the pentacle, your wishes. You have the ability right now to head down a more prosperous, abundant path. You're at the edge of a new turn of Wheel of Fate here. So up to you if you're going to head into it, right? Are you going to head into it when he comes around? Or are you going to kind of sit in this space again and wait, right? Are you going to still hang out here and wait before you go to shore? I would like you to go ahead, you know, so let's move forward and check in next month.